So I think we are live. Let me check. Hold on. I think we're live. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes, see if anybody hops on. This is my first live stream, man. I am super excited, also a little bit nervous, but I said I was gonna do this at 500 subscribers, but I had to get all this set up and figure stuff out before I went live. But I'm super excited to go live, talk to y'all, answer your questions, and just connect on a deeper level with y'all. So we're gonna wait a little while and see if anybody hops on. I haven't announced it. I'm gonna announce it on IG and see if I can get some people to hop over. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna go on Instagram. And then we're gonna hop into the video. What's up, IG? We are live right now on YouTube. We're going to be talking about pricing mistakes that photographers make. And I'm also doing a Q&A. So if you have any questions, now's your chance to answer. I butchered that. Right See, that's the thing about going live, man. If you mess up, you just got to keep going. But like my boy Sean Cannell says, you got to punch fear in the face and hit record. So that's what we're doing. If you are in the chat right now, say what's up, drop a name, say hello. What's up, IG? We are live right now on YouTube. We're going to be talking about pricing mistakes that photographers make. So if you're interested in that, check me out on YouTube. Hit the link in my bio. And I'm also doing a Q&A. So if you have any questions, I'll answer them on the live. What's up, IG? We are live right now on YouTube. We're going to be talking about Let me see how this looks. Pricing mistakes that photographers make. So if you're interested in that, check me out on YouTube. Hit the link in my bio. What's up, IG? We are live right now on YouTube. We're going to be talking about pricing mistakes that photographers make. So if you're interested in that, check me out on YouTube. Hit the link in my bio. What's up, IG? We are live right now on YouTube. We're going to be talking about... I don't think that's good enough. It ain't perfect, but we're just going to roll with it. Make sure this is posted. I don't know. So if you have any questions, I'll answer them on the live. All right, y'all. So for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Adrian. I'm a wedding and portrait photographer. I've been a photographer for about 4 years now, since 2016. On my channel, I post tutorials. I talk about the business side of photography. And I like talking about that because I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about it. And I feel like it's the most important thing. Like if you don't understand the business side, you're not going to make it. So I really love talking about that stuff. So if you're interested in that type of content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I post new videos every single week. All right, let me see if I can work this. Take it easy on your boy. Like I said, this is my first live, so y'all got to take it easy on me if I butcher something. Hold up 1 second. All right, so pricing. Y'all see the title of this video. So pricing. So pricing when you're just starting out, it can be tricky, man. I know when me and my wife, we shoot together. We're a husband and wife team. But when we first started out, we had no idea what to charge. You know, we didn't have previous photography experience. We just practiced. We used to take pictures for social media. I used to be a personal trainer, so I had that business and coaching and stuff like that. So I used to post a lot of videos and photos for my business and stuff. So we had a little bit of experience, but we didn't understand the business side and pricing. And I feel like a lot of photographers and some photographers that are even experienced, like they just don't understand pricing. And it's crucial because like pricing is going to make or break you. You know, it's a lot of people aren't even profitable because they don't understand pricing. And this is it took us years to understand this. And we were actually not even really making profit because we didn't understand pricing. So pricing is very important. It's something that you need to, you know, read about, study about. invest in education to learn it, because it's gonna make or break your business. You don't want to be the photographer that's shoot and burn out because you don't understand pricing. So definitely learn about pricing. All right, just 1 second, and we are going to get to mistake number 1. So let me get this up. All right, let's get into the first point I want to talk about. So I feel like the number 1 mistake that photographers make with pricing is they try to compete on price. Listen, y'all. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Y'all see how I talk in the videos. I keep it real. I'm 100% open and honest. Look, it's always gonna be somebody cheaper than you, and I feel like a lot of photographers, we just look at the photo side of things. We just think about pictures. We don't understand like our true value. So that leads to us just competing on price, and we have so much more to offer in things that are so much more important than just not valuing ourselves and just competing with price. You have a lot to offer, and you need to showcase what you have to offer to your clients. So like I said, it's always going to be somebody that is cheaper than you. So what do you need to compete on? So here's the thing: you need to compete on value. You need to sell your experience. That's what you should be focusing on, is selling your experience. And when I'm talking about experience, I'm talking about, what do you have to offer of value to your clients besides photos? And I feel like this is something that a lot of people don't think about, because we just think about the deliverable, which is photos. What do you have of value? And value could be anything. It could be, the way you communicate. It could be responding fast and answering questions that your client has. It could be how you make your clients feel. These are things of value. These are things that tie into the experience. These are the things that you need to focus on, not just competing on price. So, think about your clients' pain points and what they need, and be the solution to that. Be the guide to those things, and showcase your value to those pain points and the stuff that they want. And that's what you need to worry about. Do not just compete on price and try to compete with a bunch of low photographers, because trust me, from experience, I've been doing this for a little while now. You're gonna fail. You're gonna burn out, and it's just not what you want to do. Trust me. So the takeaway from this is to sell your value and your experience. I'm gonna say that again because it's super important. Sell value and your experience. All right, let's move on. Let's see, we got one viewer. Introduce yourself, say what's up in the comments. I'm also doing a Q&A, so if you have any questions, it doesn't even have to be about pricing. Just drop them in the comments and I will answer them. All right, y'all see number 2 on the screen. Man, this is crucial, and so many photographers do not do it. I see Jumper 93 in the chat. What's up, man? So if you have any questions, just drop them. I'm gonna touch this point and then I'll get to your questions if you have any. So mistake number 2, not factoring in time and your business expenses. So important. If you're not doing this, you're just hurting yourself. You're leaving money on the table, and you don't want to do that in business. So the first thing we're going to talk about is time. So what do I mean when I'm talking about time? I'm talking about, the time that you spend. Here's the thing. So you don't just spend time on the shoot. Like, shooting is the easy part, right? That takes what, max an hour and 30 minutes if it's like a longer session, or maybe you're shooting an event, it's a couple hours. It's the stuff outside of that. And you need to charge for those things. I'm talking about communicating with your client, driving to locations, editing, delivering photos, just your daily business tasks. These are things that need to be included in your pricing. This is what you're spending most of your time on. And time is money. Y'all know the saying, time is money. So you need to include this in your pricing. And this is something that I realized after a while. I'm like, man, I'm spending so much time on the business side of it, and I'm not charging accordingly to the time that I'm spending, from start to finish, from the point, from when the client reaches out until I deliver the photos. I'm charging, just an example, but let's say, when we first started out, we charged $40 per session. But in all, maybe I was spending, maybe 5 to 6 hours combined from the point the client reached out into the end. And that ain't no money, for that amount of time. That's $40 for freaking 5 or 6 hours. That ain't nothing. It ain't profitable. So that's what I mean when I say time. And I've seen this. People have asked me questions. I've seen people mention it in comments. You need to charge for your time. So, all right, I'm going to take a quick break. TC360, what's up, bro? Thanks for stopping by. Like I said earlier, I'm doing a Q&A also, so y'all could ask me anything, man. It don't even have to be photography related, just whatever you want. Okay, so moving on to expenses. So I'm talking about business expenses. These are things that you're spending money on for your business. It could be, softwares, editing programs, internet, gear, education. These are things that you need to put into your pricing. And if you're not, like a lot of people aren't even profitable and making money because they don't include these things in their pricing. Like if you even marketing, that's an expense that you need to factor into your pricing. And I'm going to link when I get done with this cost of doing business calculator in the description. So it'll help you figure out all this, factoring in your expenses and all that stuff. But like I said, if you're not putting this into your pricing, you're probably not even making money and you're in the negative. So these are things that you need to work into your pricing. Trust me. All right, I'm gonna answer a couple questions. I'm gonna put that on the screen, man. I'm still trying to learn this software. This is StreamYard. So TC360 said, how was the transition from you working full-time to you being a full-time photographer? Actually, bro, I'm not even a full-time photographer. That's that's my goal, to be full-time. That's what I'm working towards, but I'm not full-time. I have a full-time job, and me and my wife, we just do this on the side. Are you full-time? I have like researched people and looked at videos of people that are full-time, and they always say like, like first off, the clientele got to be there. I mean, like you got to have like consistent clients. And a lot of people say, obviously, I know this, but you got to, save up a good amount of money just in case something happens. But yeah, I'm not full time. That's the goal. We got a long way to go, but I think we'll get there within the next year or so. That's the goal. You said no, bro, trying to get there. Yeah, man, that's the goal, man. Let's get it, bro. I think a lot of us have the capabilities and the skills and stuff to do it. It's just about, just grinding and working hard and pushing our work out there, and marketing. It's a lot of work for sure. Props to anybody that does this on the side, along with the full-time job. Cause man, it's some days, man, it's tough for real. All right, so I'm gonna hop into my last point, and then we're just going to get into the Q&A and just kind of vibe and hang out. If you're in the chat, say what's up. Have any questions, drop them in the chat. So last mistake. Y'all see, y'all probably already knew this, but obviously a lot of people don't get it because they still price super low. But the third mistake is pricing too low. So here's the thing with pricing too low. I think what's holding a lot of people back with pricing is just fear. Like, honestly, that's all it is fear. That's the thing that held us back with our pricing in the beginning, and a little bit after that was just the fear of, you know, I think it's a confidence thing and a fear thing. You know, it's like imposter syndrome. Sometimes you don't think you're good enough, and a lot of us are good. We just, you know, we get in our own heads and we think we're not good enough. And I think it's fear of nobody booking. Like I said, y'all know I'm honest, man. It's like, you know, you don't want to price too high, and especially like when you're just starting out, you already don't have a lot of clients, so you're worried if you price too high that nobody's going to book, and then you already don't have clients, so you don't have no clients at that point. So at that point, you just price yourself low to just kind of stay afloat. You know. And so y'all heard my story. I talked about it and I recommend checking out my first video about pricing. I'm gonna link that in the description. It's how to price yourself as a beginner photographer. But for our first photo shoot, we charge $40, which is cringy to say right now. But once again, fear and confidence. We didn't have the confidence. We were just starting out. We were trying to find our way. We were trying to learn. You know, we weren't 100% comfortable with our settings. So I feel like those are the main two things that affects people not pricing what they should price. Okay, so I got my notes just so I won't forget nothing. So here's the thing about pricing too low. And I feel like sometimes we don't even think about it and look at it this way. It's a red flag to clients. Think about it. Let's say you're trying to buy a house and you see a house on the market for $200. You're going to be like, something is wrong. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna think something is wrong. As automatically, you're gonna be like, no, something ain't right, because a house is not supposed to be priced that low, right? So clients look at your work the same way. Like, I see so many people, I'm in so many photography groups on Facebook. Y'all probably are too, but I see people saying, I can't book. And then they put their pricing. And I'm saying to myself, I don't really comment a lot, but I say to myself, like, your price too low. Like, that's a red flag to clients. And a lot of people have great work, but they just don't value themselves, and they let fear get in the way. And that's why they price what they price. But yeah, man, it's crazy how many talented photographers I see that are priced way too low, way too low. And I'm not saying I'm the highest priced person, but we've came a long way, trust me. And I actually want to raise our prices again, but with this COVID, we're just trying to stay afloat. So we just gotta put that on hold. But here's another thing that I wanted to cover with the whole pricing. You know, your marketing is gonna have to change. You can't market the same. Let's say you charge $500 starting out for portrait sessions, right? And before you charge $100, though, I feel like that's a whole different market. So you're gonna have to market differently to that $500 client that you would with those cheaper clients. So, and I feel like that's something else that people don't really touch, because I see so many people say, raise your prices. But in my head, I'm saying, level up your marketing too. I think that's like the most horrible photography advice, is just raise your prices. But because it's a lot that comes with that, you got to put in the work on the back end too, and your marketing has to evolve and change and level up. You know, because you're entering a different market if you're making a big jump with your pricing. You know what I mean? So what we did is we just kind of slowly raised over time. Like I said, we charged 40 when we first started out. Now our portrait sessions start out at 400. That's just starting out. And for our weddings, for our first wedding, we charged, once again, we didn't know, we just came up with a random price, but we charged 1,000, I think. And then now we charge 3,200. Well, starting out, we charge 2,400, but most of our clients book for 3,200 or higher than that. So we just kind of slowly increased over time. We were honest with ourselves about where we were at technically with our skills and just what we had to offer. And once we feel like we were kind of there, we just slowly increased. And I do recommend slowly increasing versus making a big jump, because when you change your pricing, you're going to lose a lot of clients if you make a big jump. And that's something that we experienced. Like when we started making those changes, we lost a lot of clients. And I think that's something that, makes a lot of people hold back too, because you don't want to lose your current clientele, especially if you're not booking a lot to begin with. So that's just something to think about also. Dang, man, I feel like I was talking forever about that. Let me get some water. Man, this live is completely different from making a regular video. I can do cuts and stuff, but with this, I just gotta one take. Okay, I'm gonna answer y'all questions. Let me get this. And oh yeah, before I get into the questions, if you're getting value from this video, smash the like button for your boy. I really appreciate it. And also, if you just want to see more live streams, hit that like button so I know to keep making them. I plan on doing these once a month, once or twice a month to begin with. But like I said, just want to connect with y'all, learn about y'all, and connect on a deeper level. All right, let's go to these questions. TC360 said, facts. What made you get into photography? It's honestly hard coming to work because all I want to do is do this full time. Bro, I feel you 100% on that, man. I can definitely relate to that. So what made us want to get into photography? So for those of y'all who don't know, me and my wife, we're a husband and wife team, so we both do this. So like I said, it started with social media. I used to be a personal trainer. I used to bodybuild. I ran a coaching business, personal training, online training, stuff like that. So I used to pump out a lot of content. I've been on YouTube for a while. See, a lot of y'all don't know that. I have another channel. It's called Motivated Fit. It's a fitness channel. So I've been on YouTube since 2016, I think. So, I started to get familiar with cameras. And like I said, I had to post content on social media, pictures, stuff like that. And actually, my wife brought it up. She was like, we should start a photography business. She was like, we already take a bunch of photos and shoot videos. Let's start a business. And that's literally how it started. Like that was it right there. All right. So Phoenix Identity, what's up, bro? Thanks for stopping by on the live stream. He said, just know your worth. Your time is everything. Bro, I love that. That's 100% true right there. You got to know your worth. You got to know your worth. You got to know it. And yeah, time is everything. Like I was saying, time is money. You got to charge for your time, y'all. You got to. You don't want to be slaving, spending 6-8 hours, especially if you shoot weddings, man. It's a lot of communication. I'll bring my wife in here. She could tell y'all because she mainly do that. But you got to charge for that stuff. You got to. If you're in the chat, say what's up, man. I appreciate all y'all for coming through on the chat. I was a little nervous, but you just gotta hop in there and do it, right? But I appreciate y'all for stopping by and dropping your questions and checking out my channel, man, and watching all the content. I really appreciate it. And if you aren't already, follow me over at Instagram. I post a lot of content on there, and y'all see I only post one video a week on YouTube because I'm just trying to juggle so many stuff, especially with the business and just life. Pretty sure y'all can relate. So I only post once on here, but I try to post more content on my Instagram. It's easier for me to put out that content. So I post a lot over there. So check me out on Instagram if you want to. And shoot me a DM, man. A lot of people have been shooting me DMs. I'm always open to talking or whatever. So you can shoot me a DM too. Ben, what's up, man? All right. Ben said, how do you go about agreeing what the client is expecting you to provide and getting that in contract? That's a great question. I appreciate that question right there. So, me and my wife, we're real big on setting those expectations, like, because we've made the mistake of not doing that so much in the past, and it's just kind of blew up in our faces. So, man, that's something that we preach to our clients from the start. And honestly, we talk to a lot of our clients on the phone. That's something that I plan on making a video about it, but it's like tripled our conversions. From leads to people actually booking is getting them on the phone. I feel like it's hard to communicate sometimes with email and text, but on the phone we can really get our point across. But we just set those expectations, and we always get the client's input about what they want. That's another thing, just being honest and being straightforward about everything with the client. And we usually lay out everything in the contract, so just to cover ourselves, and we explain to our clients to cover them too, so they know what they're getting. So my wife, she really does all that stuff, like the contracts, talking to clients. She does most of that stuff, so I could bring her in. I might bring her in a little bit. Hopefully that answers your question. Phoenix Identity said, good stuff, brother. I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate it. Said, what state are you in? I am in College Station, Texas. Where are y'all from, man? I want to know where y'all are from. We got any Texas people in the chat? And honestly, I wanted to ask y'all too, like, how are y'all doing with this whole COVID situation? Like, how has it affected your photography business, if y'all have a business, or just your photography, or just life in general? Because I know it's been crazy, man. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I've been stressed a lot, and it's been even hard for me to put out content because it's just like nothing's normal. You know what I'm saying? It's been a struggle for sure. Is my audio good? I didn't even ask y'all that. Hopefully it is. Being said, thanks. Of course, bro. You know me, man. This is what my channel is all about. Helping others. Talking about my experiences. And I'm always keep it 100% and be 100% open with y'all about everything. Okay, Tarika Woods, what's up? Thanks for joining the chat. She's from Dallas. That's what's up. I've been to Dallas a couple of times. That traffic down there is crazy. I try to stay away from crazy traffic like Dallas and Houston. It make my nerves bad. I got bad nerves. Be safe out there. I'm in NY. NY, that's what's up, bro. I had some homies in the military. They were from New York. Every person I've ever met from New York is always cool, man. Candy Marie, thanks for joining the chat. She said, sorry, I just joined. I apologize if this is a repeat question, but how do I know if my price point is good and not too extremely high for just starting out? That's a great question. That's a tricky one. You putting some pressure on me with that one. I would say for knowing for sure if your price is where it should be, and it kind of ties into the tip I talked about earlier, is you need to think about your time and you need to figure out your cost of doing business. So they have calculators online if you don't know how to do that, but that's all your business expenses. Even you have to factor in like taxes and stuff like that. So I feel like if you have all that factored in, which is going to give you a price based on how many sessions you're trying to shoot a year and how much money you're trying to make a year, then that's going to let you know exactly, if your price is where it should be as far as being like profitable and trying to make, that whatever salary you're trying to make with photography. Hopefully that answered your question. Phoenix Identity said, I've been doing a lot of photojournalism with all the protests here in NY. That's dope, bro. I've thought about doing it because people like were protesting down here and stuff, but I didn't end up doing it. But I have some people that I know that were taking photos and stuff like that. It's definitely man, it's just been a crazy year, man. Like I'm ready for this year to be over with. It's crazy. I don't even want to know what's coming next. All right. TC360 said, how do you think the Sigma 70-200 f2.8 would do with the MC11 adapter on a Sony a7R III? I want it so bad, bro. The Sony one is way too expensive. Bro, you are not lying. That 70-200, I've rented it a couple of times for weddings and stuff like that. It's crazy expensive. That's why I don't have it, because it's too expensive. Honestly, and I'm gonna make a video about this too. I rent a lot of stuff. Like, renting is the way to go. Trust me. Especially when you're just starting out, you don't really have money like that unless you like rich or something to be buying all this gear. So rent gear, you get to test it out to see if you actually like it. But I've heard about that setup. I've watched other people that have that setup, and they say it's pretty good. I honestly want to get a Sigma lens. Great glass. My next purchase will probably be the new Tamron, the 70-180. I recently shot a wedding with that. Man, that lens is crispy. I'm gonna post some photos soon on our AOK business page, but man, that is a good lens. The focusing is good, tack sharp, like the sharpness is crazy. And honestly, I would tell anybody to get that over the 70-200 because the quality is, it's probably not, the 70-200 is better quality, but if you put them side by side, you got to really pixel peep to see the difference. But in performance, it's just as good, man. That lens is nice. Trust me, that is a nice lens. Being said, I'm in the UK, bro. Damn, that's what's up. I didn't know that. Doing some product photography lately, and it can be hard to know when you've created enough for the client and at what point you need to ask for more cash to create more. I know what you mean. Excuse me. And that's cool. You do product photography. I've dabbled in it a little bit since this whole quarantine thing, but it's definitely something I want to get into more in the future. I think, man, for product photography is huge. I think the market for that is huge, man. So anybody who's trying to do that, I definitely think it's a big and good market from that, and you can make a lot of money. But as far as you're saying, like creating enough to the point where maybe asking for more, and I think that's where it's like, for us, it's in the beginning, like just setting those expectations. Like in our contract, and I could make a video about it if y'all want, we list everything. Like we used to be like so general about stuff, like not being super specific, and it always came back to bite us in the ass. Like you got to be specific about everything, just so the client knows the deliverable, and you know exactly what you're going to be doing. And some clients, they do try to play you though, and like try to ask for extra and stuff, but I think that's where you got to be like honest with them and let them know, like, I can do it, but you're gonna have to pay for it. You know what I mean? Candy Marie said, thank you. Also, I want to upgrade my camera to a Nikon 7500. What are your thoughts? I currently have the 5600. I don't know too much about Nikon, but I have a photographer friend. He shoots Nikon. He loves it. He praises it all the time. So I would have to talk to him about that because I don't really know too much about Nikon. I said that wrong. Nikon, same thing. But I really only know a lot about Sony and Canon because I have a Canon M50. So like as far as my knowledge, I know a lot about those two brands, but everything else I don't really know too much about it. Being told TC360 go with the Tamron 70 and 180. Bro, trust me, man. You definitely want to go with that lens. And the price difference. Like they sold me alone with the price difference because that Sony 70 to 200 is crazy expensive. Like it's more expensive than the A7 III, right? Because the A7 III is what, like 2,000? It's crazy. It's a good piece of glass. It's pricey, man. But it's definitely one of the best. I say it's one of the best Sony lenses. But it has its cons. Like it's a heavy lens. But I know some people don't mind that. Canna Marie said, also, what websites do you recommend to upload all of my client pictures for their online gallery? I've heard of SmugMug and PixieSet. So we use Shootproof, and we've been using that for a while now. I love it. I love Shootproof. They have great customer support. You could do so much within the gallery. I'm not sure about SmugMug. I've heard a little bit about it. I've heard a lot about PixieSet. I know a lot of people use that, and but Shootproof is super nice. You can do upsells in there. You can do email marketing. You can they got some new features they just added too. You can do like a welcome video, which is pretty cool. You can add links to your investment guides and stuff like that. It's literally so much you can do. I highly recommend it. And I'll link it in the description if you want to check it out. Well, it should be in there right now. Do y'all have any more questions? Ask me anything. I also want to know, like, what do y'all want to see on the channel? Like, what type of content would be the most helpful? Like, I'm interested to know, like, what exactly y'all want to see on the channel. Like, do y'all want to see more behind the scenes shoots? Do y'all want to see more tutorials? You know, do you want me to talk more about making money? Like, I'm open to putting out any kind of content. Y'all just got to let me know. See, we got some new viewers. Drop a comment. I'm doing a Q&A right now. Smash that like button for your boy. I greatly appreciate it. You're welcome, Candy. Let's see. I really like this software, though. You can do a lot of different stuff. Can like change the banners and do a lot of cool stuff. I like it. Man, I've been on here for almost 40 minutes. That's crazy. I didn't plan on going live for that long. I'm probably about to get off in a minute. So if y'all have any last minute questions, drop them in the comments right now because I'm probably about to end this pretty soon. Kenny Marie said, could you do a video on how to make more money? Definitely. I actually have that on my list. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely put that out soon. Appreciate you for telling me that. Peter, what's up, man? Peter Alvarez said, who do you watch on YouTube for photography motivation, and who did you model your style of shooting? So I watch Manny Ortiz. Who else do I watch? What's his name? Ty Turner. I think it's Flash Film Academy. Now he speaks mainly on the business side, but he's a photographer, videographer. Who else do I watch? Man, let me look on my phone. I watch I watch a lot of people, man. Let me see. I'm gonna look on my subscriptions. I watch what's his name? Photo Me Ike. YC Imaging. I know he mainly does videos, but I watch a lot of him. Creative Ryan, people like that. I don't really like try to shoot like anybody else. But yeah, those are like the main people that I watch. As far as style, I just kind of developed my own style. Now, when we first started, we used to try to take like bits and pieces from other people's work, but I realized soon that, you know, I need to create my own type of look and vibe. You know what I mean? Ben said he wants a video on how to set up a contract for sure, bro. And I've actually been thinking about making that. So thanks for telling me that. I'm gonna put that on my list. I'm gonna put that right now. I think that'll be a very helpful video because, man, your contract, like, man, it's so important. Like, I don't know, man. That's why I talk about the business side a lot, because like that's what's gonna like it can really hurt you if you don't really understand that aspect and really focus on it. Like, it can come back and bite you in the ass. So that contract has to be solid, you know. And some clients, they don't know how to act, and some people just crazy, so like they'll try to get you. So you got to cover all your bases. You got to cover all your bases. You know what I mean? Being said, posing and choosing locations. Okay, I appreciate the suggestions. I like it. I like it. And these are topics that I really like, so I'm gonna definitely make those videos. Shoot, I was trying to get off. Y'all bringing all the questions now. No, I'm just playing. Let me Candy said, when will you go live again? Man, I'll go is live as much as y'all want me to. You just gotta let me know. I could do this. I could do it every week. You know, I could pump out my regular video, my weekly upload, and then I could squeeze in a live video where we just kind of chat, answer questions, or I could touch topics. So, but I'll probably go live again next week. So what's today? I'll probably go live next Monday. Peter said, can you do a video on your editing workflow? Yeah, definitely. I can do that. I don't know why I haven't even been done that, because I could easily just like screen record me editing and stuff, or I could even go live and we could chat and y'all could watch me edit. Would y'all be interested in that, where I go live and I just edit my photos and y'all can just kind of see what I do? Because I think I can share my screen with this software, so I could show like 2 different screens. Ben said, do you shoot for fun still? What do you like shooting if you do? So yeah, I still shoot for fun. I've shot like models and stuff like that. I've been thinking about setting up another shoot like that. And I do those I think doing those types of shoots are so important. Because I'll be honest with you, I get bored sometimes with client work. And I think I talked about this on Instagram recently. And I talked about it in my niche, should you niche down video, because you can get like bored. Well, I do, like shooting the same thing. And like, if you have that one niche, that's all you're shooting. And me personally, like, I need to do different types of things. So I shoot models occasionally, and I shoot my son. I posted pictures of that on Instagram. I'll take photos of my wife, just stuff like that to just kind of get the creative juices flowing again. And, you know, getting outside of just client work. Peter said, what was my first camera that I used? So my first camera was the Sony a6000. So I'll tell y'all my journey with cameras. I started out with the a6000. Then I upgraded to the a6300. And then I upgraded to the a7 II. And now I have the Sony a7 III. So that's my camera journey. And honestly, like it took me a while to like upgrade and stuff. Like this was over like years. It wasn't just like back to back. Like I shot with that a6000 for a long time. And that Sony a6000 series, man, those are some good cameras. Like don't sleep on those cameras. I've shot a lot of good work with like my favorite. I really like the a6300. That was one of my favorite cameras. And for video, that's a really good camera too. You could do the 120 frames per second slow-mo. Super nice. I used to use it a lot for like my fitness videos. Candy said once a week, please. Yeah, I can definitely try to do that. I will try my best to go live once a week. I just got to figure out my schedule and stuff. And honestly, it depends on like our shoots and stuff too, because sometimes I can't. I'm too busy. Say yes, please. I like to learn. Definitely. I'm gonna try to do that. I appreciate you for letting me know. Being said 100 on the photo editing video. Okay. I appreciate the feedback. Now I kind of see what y'all are looking for. So I'm gonna write all this stuff down so I can get that content out. Let me so if you are not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram right now. You can learn a lot from me over there too. I post a lot of content over there. I do behind the scenes. I show my lighting setups. Y'all see I talk a lot about off-camera flash. You can learn more about me. I talk about marketing, making money. So now I do post some of my clips from YouTube videos over on IG because that's a whole different market and, you know, different people. But I post a lot of new content. And you can DM me on Instagram. So Candy said, I personally have a a6000 and it's amazing. It's a great camera. I sold it. I should have kept it, man. I sold a lot of my gear. I made so many like stupid decisions, and even like buying gear, I bought a lot of stuff that I didn't even like really need or use. Like I had that what's that lens? I think it was like an 18 to 105. Like I never even really use it. It's like the 18 to 105 f4. I didn't even really use it. I had the Zeiss 55 1.8, really good lens, tack sharp. Probably to me, that's one of the sharpest like Sony lenses, but I sold that. I don't even know why I sold it. So I've made a lot of I've done a lot of crazy things with like gear and selling stuff and buying stuff. So what do y'all shoot with? I see Candy says she shoots with the a6000. What? So the other people in the chat, what do y'all shoot with? Y'all shoot Sony? I haven't seen no Canon people in here. We got any Canon shooters? Being said, the a6000 must have been so ahead of its time, and it's still relevant now. It really was, man. Like I love that camera. It was so much you could do with it, and I use it a lot for video too. I think it's a great camera, especially for a beginner that's just starting out. Like you can't go wrong with like an a6000 or a6300. Those are really good cameras. People really be sleeping on like these crop sensor cameras. I'd even argue you could do, you know, some good professional work with crop sensor cameras. Like you don't have to have a full frame. Yeah, it's a little bit better and stuff, and you have that flexibility, and You know, you can push your settings more and stuff like that, but don't sleep on crop sensor cameras. Kenny said, what's a good lens for portraits for the Sony a6000? I would say like personally, I would get like a 50 millimeter or like a 85. My 85, hands down, is my favorite portrait lens. I love that's my favorite lens. Like I literally shoot with it most of the time. Like it's my favorite lens. I love that focal length. Beautiful bokeh. It's sharp. It's not even crazy expensive. I think it's like 500 or something like that. You know, when compared to like some of these other Sony lenses, they can get pricey. So I love the 85. I love it. I love it so much. Being said A7 III. Okay. We got some Sony shooters. That A7 III is nasty, man. The A7 III is so good. I got my wife one. I was like, because she was shooting on the A7 II, and I had upgraded to the A7 III. I was like, I got to get you A7 III. I was like, this camera it's amazing. The low light performance, the focusing, the dynamic range on the files, it's crazy, man. A7 III is honestly, for its price point, is crazy that it's priced at that. Like with all you can do with it. It's like a hybrid camera. You can even for video, you know, that camera is going to be relevant for a long time. That the A7 III. Peter said, can you do a video where you edit our photos and give us CC? I could definitely do that if that's something y'all are interested in. I think it's always good to get like a second pair of eyes on your work. You know, seeing it from another photographer's perspective. I think that's a great way to improve like quick, is to, you know, get feedback from other photographers. Cause like the general public, and here's my thing, you see a lot of people like, I've seen trash photos, and I've seen on social media, and people will be like, great photo, or oh my God, this is so beautiful. And I'm just saying in my head, oh my God, like this photo is horrible. Maybe y'all have seen it. So, but you know, a photographer, they know composition, lighting, good quality. You know, a photographer knows a good photographer or somebody that's pretty skilled when they see one. So, I think it's always good to get second eyes on your work from another photographer. I didn't even catch that. You said where I edit the photos. Yeah, that would be cool. Fujifilm. Okay, we got some Fujifilm shooters. Okay. Hey Peter, do you know about I think his name is John Branch Photography. He shoots Fuji. He's a really good photographer. He posts a lot of good content. So if you don't know about him, you should definitely check him out. So it's John Branch Photography. He has a lot of good content about Fujifilm and stuff. Peter said you should do a photography course. I would pay for that. Bro, I actually, it's okay. It's cool that you mentioned that. So here's the deal. My website is being made right now. So I am going to be offering coaching, and I do plan on making a course, but in the future, and because right now I really don't have time to do it, but that is some stuff that I'm kind of planning out for the future. So be on the lookout for that. So here's my question, and Candy said I second that photos course for sure. So if I made like some kind of course, like what specifically would y'all want the course to be about? Or would you want it, you know, like how to start a business, lighting, or would you want like a course that covers everything, like editing, marketing, lighting, the business side, LLCs, taxes, contracts? Like, would y'all be interested in that? Being said, unless you're printing billboards, the A7 III can do it all. Definitely, bro. That camera is a beast. It's crazy, man. Like, I remember when I first got it, like, and honestly, and that's why I made that video, the A7 II versus the A7 III. So if you haven't checked that out, it should be linked in the description. But man, the A7 III crushes the A7 II. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. Anybody. The A7 III crushes the A7 II. There is no comparison. Like with the A7 II, it's a good camera, but like the A7 III, it focuses faster, better. The pictures look better. It's just the dynamic range is better. It's just a better camera. Jamal Wallace, what's up, man? Thanks for joining the stream. He said, do you recommend a tablet for beginners, and what tablet would you recommend? Are you talking about like a tablet to like edit and stuff like that? Because I don't use a tablet. I just use my desktop. I have a custom PC. That was like one of my biggest investments was my custom PC. I used to have a Mac and I used to have so many problems with it. And especially for like what I was doing, like video editing. You know, I used to have like 4K footage from drones and stuff. It was way too slow. So, but if you could be a little more specific, do you mean like, are you going to use it for like, I'm assuming like editing and stuff? Because I don't really know too much about tablets. Candy said, I would like a little bit of everything. Okay. Yeah, that's one of my like I said, one of the things that I've always wanted to do. And one of my goals with this is to start putting out more education, in-depth education for y'all that want more access to like in-depth you know, info about lighting or on the business side. So I appreciate y'all for telling me that. It's good feedback. For those of y'all who just want like something for free, I have a guide. It's 5 ways to get more clients. It should be in the description. Forgive me if I'm kind of, some of this stuff ain't right because this is my first time going live, but it's in the description. It's a guide that I made. It can give you a lot of good marketing ideas and just ways to get more clients. So if you're struggling with getting more clients, or maybe you just want to boost your clientele, that guide can definitely help you. So you could download that. It should be the first thing in the description. Peter said everything. Okay. Candy and Peter said everything for the course. They want everything. So y'all are pretty much talking about like a master like business course that covers everything, or like a master photography course that covers everything. That's what y'all are saying, right? Jamal said talking about photo editing. Yeah, I don't know too much about tablets. I'll be honest with you. I just don't know too much about tablets. I don't want to point you in the wrong direction. Personally, I would recommend, I don't know, maybe you already have a computer, but I would recommend getting a PC. That's my recommendation. Peter said, do you think the 8200 any good for outside photography? Bro, it is great for outside photography. That is one of the best flashes on the market right now. And at its price point, you can't beat it, man. That I have the full review. I don't know if you watched it. I have a full review on it on my channel, but that's a great flash, trust me. And I love the size of it. Let me see if I have it. Hold on one second. I'm gonna go get it. All right, look at this, y'all. This thing, look at the size of this. Crazy small, but trust me, it packs a punch. This is a great flash. It's easy to use. You can shoot in harsh daylight. I've shot in harsh daylight with it. So if you're worried about that, it can do the job. Yeah, I use it for wedding photography, portraits. It's a great flash. I love it. All right, Candy said, yes, please. I got y'all. I got y'all. I got y'all. Candy said, basically, how did you start your business? The behind the scenes of something we might or might not know, contracts, taxes, etc., everything that takes place in a business. Okay. Okay. So all the little business stuff. And honestly, man, I wish I've invested in a lot of courses, y'all. I could tell y'all about the courses I've invested in. So I've done the Ben Hart. I don't know if y'all know Ben Hartley. I think it's called Booked Up 2.0. That's a great course. Teaches you a lot about the business side, marketing. I like him because he goes really in depth with the whole the mindset. And that's like crucial in business, like the mind. You got to have the right mindset. Like if your mindset isn't there, your business isn't going to succeed. And he talks about a lot about, you know, how to show your value, which is something I've struggled with for a while. I still kind of struggle with it. I've gotten a lot better, but, you know, not exactly where, you know, 100% where I want to be. So he touches that a lot. I've invested in, I think it's called Booked Up Ads. So I wanted to get more into marketing with ads and stuff like that. So it really breaks that down. And that's another video I have coming for y'all is talking about Facebook ads. Do any of y'all use Facebook ads for your photography? Let me know in the chat. It's been some more courses I've taken. I gotta see though. I can't remember the names. Ben said your honesty in your videos is off the charts compared to most others I watch. I think that's why we all want the course. Keep up the good work, bro. Man, Ben, I appreciate that, man. That's what I'm all about, man. Because I've seen a lot of channels, man. It's a lot of fluff. You know what I mean? Like people they don't tell you exactly what you need to hear. You know, and I feel like a lot of like YouTubers and stuff, they're not talking about the stuff that actually is going to grow your business and make you money and get more clients, you know, like the nitty gritty of that. Like people don't talk about that stuff. Like somebody who does talk about it, and I love his channel is Ty Turner. He talks about the business side and man, he breaks it down, man. Like you can, I've learned a lot. I think I've told him before, man, I've learned more from your channel than I've learned from some courses, but that's the stuff that is going to determine your success. I could bring my wife in here right now. She'll say the same thing. Like you have to understand the business side. And that's why I talk about that a lot. And it's crazy because I've been on YouTube for a while, y'all. I know what gets views. But I'm trying to be authentic and I'm not just trying to push out like, you know, certain content for views because it's not here. You know what I mean? So because I could easily just put out a bunch of gear videos and they're going to get a bunch of views. But, you know, that's not it's not going to help y'all make money and grow your business. You know, y'all need to know about marketing, the business side, contracts, you know, covering your ass, stuff like that. That's the stuff that matters. I don't care if it doesn't get a lot of views because that's the stuff that matters. Candy said, if you ever decide to start a course that is to touch up on everything, I know I would greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna start getting that in the works, especially y'all giving me so much feedback about it, which I really appreciate. So, but if I do something like that, I'm gonna take my time, and it's just probably gonna take me a little while because I want to. If I put something out, it's gonna be something of great value. Like I'm not gonna just put out something to put out something. I'm gonna put out the best of the best and actually teach you like actionable steps and things that are going to help your business and help you grow and make more money. So Jamal said, I bought the 8200 Pro because of your review. No cap. Damn, bro, that's dope, man. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Anybody who has used any of my links or stuff like that to buy stuff, I really appreciate it. I really do. Because y'all don't have to do that. So, you know, that's showing a lot of support. And I just give, man. I don't expect anything back. So when y'all do it, it's good to hear. It's good to see. Peter said master photography course. I actually like that name, the master photography course. I like that. I like it. I'm taking notes, y'all. Trust me. I'm gonna keep y'all updated. Candy Marie said, by the way, thank you for doing what you're doing. All of your videos are amazing. I know it's helped me personally with my photography personally. Man, that is so cool to hear. Like, this is crazy. I love hearing that. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Stuff like that, it keeps me going. Like, seriously, I appreciate that more than you could even think. Jamal said, flash film and you are dope. I can't even lie. Bro, I appreciate that. That is so dope and cool to hear, man. Man, Todd, man, he is, bro, I don't even know how to describe him, bro. He's like on another level. I feel like I'm his like little, like very, very little brother. Because he's on another level, man. He really is. I really appreciate his content, but I like it because he's talking about the stuff that really matters. You know what I mean? Like, what does he say? He makes fun of like booty photographers and stuff. Because you see a lot of people like that, but you know, like they're not actually making like money. They're just shooting, you know, naked girls and stuff. But you know, if you're trying to make money, you got to understand all the other stuff, you know. Taxes, contracts, posing, client communication, the client experience. That's another video I want to talk about, is like how to provide like the best client experience. Because like, man, and if y'all don't know now, and it's something I've really learned, is customer service and photography and talking to people is like two of the most important things. Like, if you don't have that, like if you can't communicate effectively and your customer service is not good, you're definitely going to struggle. Trust me. Jamal said, thank you. Appreciate it, bro. Man, it's crazy. I've been on here an hour and 8 minutes. Y'all got me hyped. Y'all helped me get rid of my nerves. I was nervous when I first came on. It probably showed too. Oh, well. EV, what's up? Dropping the flames. I appreciate that. Flames are always good. Bringing the fire. All right, man. I got 10 more minutes. Y'all better drop them questions. 10 more minutes. Then I'm gone. I got my wife in there. She waiting on me. She's hungry. You don't want a hungry wife. Hangry wife. Jamal said, y'all giving us the game from the business side, and it's rare to get that in this game. Definitely, bro. It really is, man. And a lot of people are like so secretive, man. Like, I couldn't tell you how many people like I've reached out to, like when I first started. Excuse me. And they wouldn't help me. Like, a lot of people, nobody would respond. So it's like, you know, I was just like a young photographer, like trying to find my way. And it's like everybody's so secretive and nobody would help me. Nobody would like talked about the stuff that was really gonna like, you know, get me in the trenches and like improve my business. They just talked about, you know, a bunch of fluff and you know, the big YouTubers and stuff talking about how to make 100K. It's like, well, shoot, I need to learn how to make $1,000 first. You know what I mean? If I can't even book nobody, I'm never gonna make 100K. So how do you book somebody? You know what I mean? Like, what's the process of it? Like, what do I say to these people? Like, that's the stuff that's gonna get you booked when you understand that stuff. I ought to bring the wife on. I plan on me and her were talking about like starting a podcast, because man, my wife has a lot of knowledge. Like, trust me, like sales and like client experience, client communication. She knows that stuff to the T, like phone consults and stuff. So if y'all want to hear about that, let me know, because she has a lot of knowledge about that stuff. Peter said, do you use any other cameras besides Sony? So I use the Canon M50. Now I do a little bit of photography with it, not professional work. I mainly use it for YouTube, but besides that, I have the Canon M50, two A7 IIIs, and the Sony A7 II. If you're in the chat, say what's up. I'm doing a Q&A right now, so drop your questions. If you're watching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know. Anything. Ask me anything. Pricing, contracts, how much I charge, whatever. Candy said, I want to get a Canon eventually. Could you recommend one? Man, I think, what is it? The R, like, I know Canon just dropped, what is it? The R line, whatever, shoots like crazy video and stuff. Ben said, better get the fire extinguisher ready. So I would look into like the R5 or whatever, that R series. Like I said, I don't know a bunch about Canon, but anything about like Sony, I'm your guy. But I would look into those. They just released them. If anybody in the chat knows what those cameras are, drop it in the chat. I forget. Ben said, get that fire extinguisher ready. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap this up, y'all. I appreciate each and every one of you that came through, man. I didn't expect anything. I came into this thinking nobody will probably watch, because I didn't post the reminder. I didn't really talk about it, but man, y'all shocked me, man. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank y'all for checking out the channel, man. The channel has been growing like crazy. I mean, it's crazy, man. So I really appreciate y'all, man. Y'all been hitting me up on IG, sending me DMs. I really appreciate y'all, man. I really do. Plus D Bailey said R5, R6. Yep, that's it. I couldn't even think about it. I appreciate that, bro. So Candy, check that out. The R5, the R6, R5 dropping this month, R6 dropping in August. So is anybody making that switch? Like, do any of you shoot a different brand like Sony, but you're switching to Canon because of this drop? Oh, we still got some questions. Y'all won't let me go. Y'all won't let me go. Peter said, I want to get a full frame. What do you recommend? I'm not sure, because I think you said you shoot Fuji, right? I'm not sure about Fuji, but if you're going full frame Sony, definitely Sony A7 III. Like Plus D Bailey said, the R5, R6. I don't know if you shoot Canon, but those are good options too. But if you're going Sony, Ben in the chat can vouch for this. Sony A7 III is icy. Trust me. Candy said, thank you for your time and knowledge. I appreciate it. Ben said, Peter, I went from, let me put it on the screen. The overheating concerns me. Bailey, are you talking about Sony or Canon? Peter said, I went from Fuji X-T2 to A7 III, no regrets. There you go right there. Candy, no regrets. I mean, Peter. Ben said, no regrets. Me, myself, no regrets with the A7 III. At that price point, it's the best value as far as what you're getting at that price point, for sure. All right, I am gone, y'all. I gotta go. I got the hangry wife waiting on me. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Y'all stay safe with this COVID stuff. Stay safe, man. Your life is very important. Don't risk your life doing nothing stupid. Stay safe. I love y'all, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Man, see, this is the thing with live. You have brain farts. I was gonna say something else. Y'all want to keep up with me more? Follow me on IG. I post more often on there, and I will be going live again next Monday. That's the plan. So next Monday I'll be back. So I'm gone. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Love y'all. Peace.